United States of America, Glendora plaintiff versus nasty Natalya. Brat's sister, Lydia. Mother, Marie. Father, brother Carlos. And preferred country properties, defendants. And it is what? It is a notice. The 60-day rule. Let me just read you the first sentence. A motion must be decided by the court within 60 days after it has been submitted. What number is it? Civil Practice, Laws and Rules, Statutes of New York. Number 2219. Ha ha! Ha ha! Glendora writes, over 60 days ago, way over 60 days ago, Glendora submitted her motion to George C. Dixon to put his oral order of April 13th in writing, and if he failed to do so, the order is a nullity. Dixon has not done so. In New York State, a judge has 60 days to rule on a motion. If the judge does not, the movement wins. Glendora wins. Dixon's order of April the 13th is a nullity. Nasty Natalya defendants owe Glendora all the dollars listed in Glendora's addendum submitted April the 13th, in addition to 317 hours of labor times $300 per hour equals are you ready? $95,100 plus $1,160.72 in print, post, and travel. Defendants have until July 21st, 2004, Anno Domini, to pay. Yours in truth, in an amor patriae, Glendora, a chat with Glendora, on 44 TV stations and on the World Wide Web. Without Prejudice, Uniform Commercial Code, Volume 1, Section 207. And the service list, the Dixons, that's George Dixon and his wife, the clerk, Nasty Natalya defendants, Kleinbaum, her liar for hire, Glendora TV audience, and the World Wide Web audience. Governor Pataki, Judith K., and I do mean Judith K., Saricia, Nichols, Commission on Judicial Conduct, Center for Judicial Accountability, Incorporated, Pomodoro, the Village of Chatham, and McDermott. And this is Opus 1164. It took $8 to print and post, and it took 3 hours of hard work. Do you know about the college grad who came home? He handed his diploma to his dad, and he says, okay, Dad, here's the diploma you wanted me to get from medical school. And now, as I've been telling you since I'm 7 years old, I'm going out and become a fireman. Did you hear about the new contest that the soap company put out? You send them $25,000 and they'll send you 25 words or less. Marilyn says, I wouldn't marry you if you were the last man on earth. And John says, no, honey, you'd get caught in the rush. A young man took a young lady out for dinner at a Chinese restaurant, and he was ordering, and he says, how do you like your rice? Fried or boiled? And she said, thrown. And one groom-to-be said to the bride-to-be, honey, I'm not much to look at. And she says, oh, that's okay, dear. You'll be in the office most of the time. And on the first date, the girl said to the boy, "Did anybody ever tell you how wonderful you are?" He says, "No." She says, "Well, where'd you ever get the idea?" And Arthur says, "My daughter keeps searching for the perfect guy, and I tell her, forget the search, honey. Your mother found the last one." The patient said to the dentist, "Hey, doc, you haven't pulled the right tooth yet." And the dentist says, "No, but I'm getting closer." You heard about the dentist who married the manicurist? Now they fight tooth and nail. Oh, folks, there's a codicil of this paper that I forgot to read to you. This is from Nasty Natalya. That's her letterhead in tan. I think the ribbon is in blue. And she says, "This will be our only and final contact with you directly." And Glendora says, "Okay by me. Do not contact Preferred Country Properties at any time via postal mail, electronic mail, telephone, or otherwise. Our demand includes accessing any properly owned or managed by Preferred Country Properties, most specifically real estate office located at 19 Central Square, Chatham, or your previous rental address." Glendora says, "What is your statutory authority?" Yeah, what is your statutory authority? The mails are open to everybody. You are to direct any and all issues to Preferred Country Properties Legal Counsel James Kleinbaum, Esquire, 518-794-8708. Well, Glendora says, "I didn't sue James Kleinbaum. I sued you. You are my defendants. He is not." And Glendora says, "I have to demand my $435 security deposit you stole, plus statutory interest of 9% since 1 year ago. You commingled. You violated the general obligations law." Now this isn't signed, okay? So it's a nullity. And they can't get the name straight. There's no hyphen. And Glendora's service list is to all of the people I just read to you on the other paper. And you owe me $95,100 plus $1,160. Yours in truth and in amor patriae. These people are not patriotic. And what do their circuitous proceedings add up to? Up here, there should be no hyphen. This was received by Glendora yesterday, and memo endorsed by Glendora today. And they can't even get the envelope straight. So, that's the latest. As if this isn't a joke. Well, it isn't, folks. Not a joke at all. When people can't get justice in court. That's not a joke. But this is. Robert was talking, well, okay. One father was talking to another father, and he says, "How much money do you have in the bank?" And the second father says, "I don't know. I haven't shaken it lately." And Edgar wanted to get a bouquet of flowers for his wife. And he asked her, "Honey, what's your favorite flower?" And the poor tired housewife said, "Pillsbury." And Joanne said to her husband, Jack, you've been up to that buffet table 7 times. Aren't you ashamed? He says, oh no, honey. I keep telling them it's for you. Marilyn was asked, when are you thinking of getting married? And Marilyn answered, constantly. Paul says that he runs things in his house. He does. He runs the washing machine, he runs the vacuum, and he runs the lawnmower. It's nice to be married to an archaeologist, folks. Do you know why? The older you get, the more interested he gets in you. And you heard about the couple that was married so late in life that Medicare picked up 80% of the honeymoon? The man walked into the city hall and he said to the clerk, how much does it cost to get married? And the clerk says it costs $20 for the license and 1 paycheck every week for the rest of your life. And Peter says now that he's married, he understands why they call English the mother tongue. Father never gets a chance to use it. And one couple at their wedding shower, they got several presents that said his and hers, and they got one present that said us. It was a U.S. Army blanket. And this is Glendora, a chat with Glendora. I wish you were here to eat blueberries with me. Take care. Is the National Association of Realtors Incorporated in Chicago. You remember that I wrote this 6-page complaint to them about nasty Natalya, Preferred Country Properties, Chatham, New York, what she had done, her lack of ethics, and her lying under oath, and her cheating, and her stealing, and her lying, and I complained about it, and I read that all to you at the time. And here is their answer. Mr. McDermott did not answer. Mr. Terrence McDermott did not answer. He's the CEO. And so they said enforcement is by the local boards, and that I would have to get in touch with these people right here and make my complaint to them. And they sent me a copy of their ethics, which is a 4-page, 4 pages like this. And so it's very easy right away. It says, under all is the land, and upon its wise utilization and widely allocated ownership depend the survival and growth of free institutions and of civilization. Natalya fails. Such interests impose obligations beyond those of ordinary commerce. The impose grave social responsibility and a patriotic duty to which Realtors Incorporated should dedicate themselves, and for which they should be diligent in preparing themselves. Natalya gets an E-. In recognition and appreciation of their obligations to clients, customers, the public, and each other, Realtors continuously strive to become and remain informed on issues affecting real estate and as knowledgeable professionals. Natalya is not, and so forth. On this page she flunked all of the ethics and all of the standards of practice, and I pointed them all out. I told them that she lied under oath. And then here is an evaluation, and here's another. And I think Natalya should be expelled. And she failed on Article 1 and IBID the next 7 pages. So I covered that for you in the letter. and then my complaint against her, which I reproduced for the people in Columbia, Greene County, and Hudson, the National Association of Realtors Incorporated. And here are their names: McDermott,
40 a.m. And Glendora.
Okay, he's out of there. It was a fox. Poor baby. He was only looking for something to eat. Got to stop cruelty to animals. Got to make people perfect. I don't see things like that.